Hey gang, welcome back to another video. So this week I'm doing something a little different, as I was asked to recreate these light fixtures from inside of the Smuggler's Run ride for a client's home office. And while this is a unique request, I'm excited to tackle the project, plus I'll get an assist from this video's sponsor Linkind. So let's get into it. The design for these lights is relatively straightforward, with a series of brass tubing to act as spacers, a few 3D printed collars, as well as the cap and mounting plate. And because I'll be making multiples, I 3D printed it and could get to every prop maker's least favorite task. But before I do that, I wanted to share a quick tip for sanding curved surfaces. This you'll recognize as a piece of 1/4-inch craft foam, and I'll be applying some spray adhesive to it, and once it's tacky, I can press a piece of 120 grit sandpaper onto it and make a sanding pad. This will not only handle the curves better, but it will make sanding a bit easier on my fingers, and I'll need it because I've got more than a few of these to do. And now back to the sanding. These parts are printed in ABS filament, which sands much easier than other types of filament, so it doesn't take much to get these parts smoothed out and ready for a bit of automotive filler primer. This got repeated for the remaining light fixture pieces, and they were allowed to dry before moving on to adding some texture. I was able to find some detail photos of these fixtures and found that they had sort of a texture to them. And since I already had the spray adhesive out, I could use it again to give these parts a similar appearance. It doesn't take much to get them in the ballpark, and when everything looked like my reference photos, I could let the adhesive dry completely, which should make them less tacky to the touch. While we wait, let's talk about how I'm going to bring these fixtures to life. Linkind was nice enough to send over a selection of their new smart bulbs, and these A19 RGB TW bulbs are a perfect fit for this project. What I like about these lights specifically is the connectivity options. They're both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled, so you can make changes regardless of where you are, whether you've got Wi-Fi or not, and they're fully Matter compatible and will work with all major smart hub platforms. They can also be grouped and used in smart scenes and schedules, which will allow me to program the lights to change colors to make this install even more like the Smuggler's Run attraction at Galaxy's Edge. Of course, they can also be used as standard lights with a wide color range, so whether you like cool white, warm white, or somewhere in between, these have you covered. And as an added bonus, Linkind is donating $1 from each sale to the Jimmy Dart's Kindness is Candy project, so you're doing a bit of good while also illuminating your space. And speaking of illuminating the space, let's get these lights set up. The lights are controlled using the ADOT smartphone app, and by simply powering on the bulb, selecting to add the bulb from the device list, and providing Wi-Fi details, you can get them quickly paired to the app. From there, you can choose a color for each bulb, create your own scenes and automation routines. For this project, I have 3 scenes with 3 lights each. In Scene 1, the lights are red, white, and green. In Scene 2, they're white, green, and red. And Scene 3, green, red, and white. Basically, each scene makes the bulb change between one of the 3 colors. From there, I can create the automation routine at scheduled intervals using the 3 scenes I created, so that as the day goes along, the lights will change colors. This should create a great bit of motion in the space and make it feel more alive. If that seems a bit overwhelming, don't worry. There's tons of color presets and effects that you can use to help create the perfect space for a project of your own. With the light programming out of the way, let's get to assembly. The ride version of these lights has a frosted inner shade, but I wasn't able to find anything off the shelf that fit my build. I was, however, able to find some clear acrylic tubing that's slightly smaller than the interior space of the fixture, which should work for this build. So I cut it down to fit using my miter saw and cut a separate piece of 4mm acrylic to close off the bottom of the acrylic tube. And then I can join them together with a solvent specifically designed for bonding acrylic. Once that was out of the way, I needed to frost the shades. So I wiped down the acrylic with alcohol to remove any of my fingerprints, and then I took some frosted glass spray and got to coating the shade. This should be done from about 10 to 12 inches away with 1 minute in between coats until you've got the look you're after. I applied 2 coats and I think it'll be perfect. Then I can set it aside to dry and can get back to assembly. To put this together, I'll need one of the mounting plates along with 4 6/32 by 7-inch bolts, which were cut down to size, along with 12 of the short segments of brass tubing. Then I could start threading the tubing onto the bolt, followed by the 3D printed parts, alternating with the tubing before locking everything into position with some acorn nuts. This will get repeated a few more times for each of the fixtures I've made, and then I can move on to final prep and paint. With the fixtures completely assembled, I can repeat the same texturing I applied earlier to make everything cohesive, and once it's dry, I'll follow it up with a medium gray spray paint. The last touch for this fixture is to bring in a bit of metal to the finish by way of some silver metallic spray paint. This will get dusted over the parts from a distance, since I still want the gray paint to show through, and once I'm happy with the coverage, I'll let the paints dry. Off camera, I drop the frosted shade into position and can get my first look at the finished fixture. I really like how this looks. It matched my reference photos pretty closely, but I want to see it with the lights. So I set the fixtures up over a cluster of light sockets with the Linkind bulbs and could test out my automation scenes. Now, considering that it's mid-afternoon, these bulbs look great. The color saturation and brightness looks just like the ride, and I think they're going to be perfect for my client's office. Now, adding custom fixtures to your theme space is a great way to enhance your aesthetic, and even more so when you can accentuate it with lighting. I'd like to thank Linkind for sponsoring this video, and be sure to head over to their website to check out their entire line of smart bulbs for use on your next project. That's going to do it for this one. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, but most importantly, go make something.